Hello, everyone, and welcome to another King of the Fourth episode. And on behalf of my co host, I'm Arvin Clyde. And tonight we have a very special guest, the man of the hour, the Davao Eagles head coach, Jess Evangelio. Welcome, coach. Welcome to the show, and congratulations, first of all.
Thank you, Clyde. Thank you, Clyde. Thank you. Hello, everyone.
And before we start, coach, so kuan lang para mag heat up lang gamay ka ng icebreaker. Kumusta man?
Ayos kayo. Bali, kato, naka-rest na jud, nakapaulay na. As of now, masking pila na ka-days, gikan mi ni champion, pero ang feeling na ko is very overwhelmed yapon kay until now, wala mi katuon na nakuha jud ang mamang ultimate goal to win the gold medal.
Actually, coach, katong last episode, few days before, mabugin na ginaingon sa mga players. So, I think it's kanang sa tanan sa inyo ginatanan, and really normal for that kind of achievement. Sipon nimo first time ni qualify, diretso all the way na bag ang championship. So sa walay delay, wala na paligoy-ligoy, diretso ko sa questions, coach. Kay naata diri, of course, for the sake of our viewers, of course, we know a lot of them wants to know you pod. What's Coach Jess like? And of course, in this koan, we try to make it short and talk about hoops. So first question, I asked the players this too. What was going through your mind, and what did you feel when the final buzzer went off and you just realized you made history by winning Davao's first championship in the boys secondary division of the Palarong Pambansa?
Actually, dugay ka nag-sink in sa kuan na kato after the final buzzer, pero di ba katuod yun? Di ko katuon na ni champion may kay kato first of all, ang mindset naman dyan na mo, which is I don't know if maupo ng mindset sa mga players is to participate na palarong pamansa. Pero ang akong always ginaingon sila na to train like a champion. So ambot kung kuan ni gawa silang mga baan na ang among practices are very hard jud. Every day grabe pa ning kamot nila, halos mahilak sila sa practice. So for me, mao na tong murag champion na mo, mao na tong murag gold medal na mo. So siguro participating in the palarong pamansa murag formality na lang ba. Kung gold, blessing jud kay sa mua, pero kung less than the gold medal kay wala po joy problema sa kuha kay seeing them mature on and off the court, na survive nila tong mga practices na mo na very hard is for me the gold medal.
That's a really good answer. And actually, the last time we talked to them, some of them, ginakatawan na nila sila na. Pero of course, if you're a player, you can relate. If you were part of even a varsity team, grabe na hard na mga practices, magsuka na ka. And ako i-coach si Maki na kanang reklamo gyapon mi kang coach kay gabi nakaka, pero in the end na-enjoy gid nila, and you saw the fruits of your labor. So that must be very fulfilling. And so next question, coach. Take us through the team's journey, your personal journey, starting sa unit meet, region meet, then dito na sa palaro. A little bit of a kuan ko siya kanang wala man kita gid sa behind the scenes. Ang behind the scenes up to getting there.
Siguro kato, bali ang advantage for me sa mga players na mo sa team is from kato unit meet until the palarong pamansa. Kung masking kinsa mong kalaban, preparahan siya na mo. So every game na mo is a championship game, mo na mindset nila permente. So ang ako apod, always reminders lang sa mga players na mapaunsa pa nakakusog or hinay among kalaban, mo all out should make it. At the end of the day, ang kalaban namo isa mong kaugalingon manggod. So kung na mga teams na murag tanaw nila kaya kayo, mo relax sila. So nadyo chance gyapon na mapildi mi. So mo na siguro ang ilang mindset is parang one game at a time. Mao to balik-balik yun na sa ilahan na one game at a time. Dili ta maguna-una sa championship diretso. First game na to mo ni na team. So hantod sa nadala nila until palarong pamansa kay masking unit meet DAX na mo itong pinaka first level sa qualifiers for palarong pamansa. Mao man po ng mindset na mo. So kanang Ducks nadala na mo to Dikaa to Davra until parang pamansa. So actually burag after the championship na after nag-champion na dito na mo na-realize na sweep day na mo ang kuan
Ang walay pildi.
Na wajay pildi.
So okay coach, ang akong next question actually wala siya appeal sa akong prepare. Tungod lang sa imong answer karon naisip lang nako. Na I remembered gi-ask na akong mga players on silang favorite moments. And what really struck me was when the point guard si Bahinting told us na his favorite moment is your huddle before matulog. So to me, I was while you are answering, I remembered and I was thinking, kuya ako ni Coach Jess, siguro gihimo niyang assignment na before mo matulog, ay gini nyo kalimtin, yung kalaban mo ni ugma. So, can you share to us, to the viewers, what you tell the guys in that night huddle?
Actually, kung ano ka nang very touch ko karon kay mo nitong sa daga na naagihan pero mo tong na-remember ni Raisos na favorite moment niya. So actually, para po sa kuha mo to nagpa-champion sa mo ang huddle every night na mo kay murag dito manggod na ako ginapa-feel sa mga players na mo na dili jud basta-basta mong kalaban. So last two nights na mo before the championship game kay dito na after the huddle na mo ginakuha na nako ilang mga cellphones kay morning na manggod among dula. So at the same time dili po ko ganahan na matulog sila na burag ka ng pagkaugma burag relax sa kayong lawas ba. So for me very crucial jud among huddle every night kay para at least burag mahadlok na ko gamay ba na pag mata nila pagkaugma ready sila mentally, physically, spiritually, nagampo sila na Lord unta makuha naman kay dili ko gana na matulog sila na burag kaya ang mindset nila kaya kini ugma. Gusto ko as much as possible mahadlok sila gamay sa kalaban na respetuon nila na gusto nila pag abot sa game 100% yabon sila.
Tiyawa, ayos siya na strategy. So you heard it from Coach Jess. Kasi nani mo nundog ano. Pero anyway, continuing related Japon sa previous question. What's the palarong pambansa competition like? Overall, how is it different from the other tournaments?
Siguro, mas ang mga kalaban maguna mo sa palarong pambansa is champion sa ilang mga lugar, sila mga region. So, always, first game pa lang, always na ako nagida-remind sa mga players na mo na among competition rin, among mga kalaban, mga champion po. So, as much as possible, ipa-feel na to sa ilaha na mas champion mi. So, maura po na akong ginaingon sa ilaha na gusto na ako every before game, make sure na to na kita ang mas champion. Always, ang permintigin ako sila ginabalik-balik is kaning one game at a time, at the same time, every possession counts. Kay gusto na mo, sa defense, makastop me, sa offense, makashot me. Mauna, murag balik-balik sa ilaha na paningkamutin nyo sa defense, makastop mo. Sa offense, convert. O, dyan na. So, kapoy ka siya paminawon, pero burag every game, mauna mong mindset, kamangon dyan na mo para mo daog. Kay, syempre, champion me, pero champion mo po na mo mga kalaban.
Yes, that's true. So, next question, Coach. You became an instant sensation in the national basketball scene. That's true. Tell us how you feel about it. What does it mean to you? How is it impacting you as a person or overall as is in your life right now na aning grabe na mga accomplishment in just a span of a few weeks?
Actually, wala kayo na ako na ginahuna-una, manggod. So, ang ako lang, always na ako gina-remind sa akong sarili na tanan mga accomplishments na mo as a team, kay dili lang mo dili lang mo stay sa mong utok. Kay mao mo na magpabira sa mga pababa. Mao na akong burag after the championship game, mao na akong burag i-remind yun sa mga players na stay humble kay nanami sa taas pero ang pinakalisod na part is paun sa magstay sa taas.
Yes.
So kana ning kamot jud na kuwaon makabalik may practice as soon as possible. At the same time kana kuwaon na mo ang kumpiyansa na mo always sa practice na yes talk of the town may ingon nila pero dili ko ganahan mo abot yun na silang mga utok na kami perminti ang nasa taas. So dapat extra work yapon kung unsa mi ka gigi last time dapat times 2 times 3 ang among ihatlag na effort.
Okay, coach. So, piggyback gyapon ko sa last question. Tama tumingon na kuan. Kanang pag imong iyon sa siya murag you think about it na ana kuyaw na kay ka, di ba? I think your quote complacency dira agid siya mo fit. So kaning because you want it all in such an incredible way, ang path to get there was really kanang something na murag fairy tale pud ba no? And also at a relatively young age, I think you're one of the youngest coaches. Is there added pressure to stay on the top? Na karon naabot na ninyo and yes, moto, you want to stay on the top. How are you gonna like do this na i-maintain ang kana?
Actually, as of now, karon murag wala mo koy ma-feel na pressure kay kabalo man ko sa akong sarili at the same time sa team namo na pagbalik na mo practice, mas maningkamot man jud mi. Siguro ma-pressure ko kung wala mi practice pero 100% sure ko na after 1 week, 2 weeks na paulay sa mga players pag abot sa court, magpakamatay na po na sila para mag-improve sa basketball.
Okay, coach. Kani coach, you've been a champion before. I've seen you win championships biskan sa akong even before katong nagapaligaw ako. And mostly as a player, even as a playing coach, and karon as a kanang full-time coach. Kani siya na championship. How is this different? Tapos, is this the best championship you've ever won?
Kato, borag, for me, mauning pinaka-highlights ng career as a coach. Actually, ginauna-una na ako, borag, kuan ba, naabot na akong pinakataas na, for me lang pinakataas na achievement as a coach sa akong goal. Kay kato, ever since goal man dyan namo ni Coach Enzo Nitoreda, shoutout kay Coach Enzo, na siya sa Dumaguete karon na magpalarong pambasa man dyan may kay mao man dyan ang burag ka ng highlight sa career sa isa ka high school player. So karon na nakuha na mo ang gold, burag na-realize na ko na lamian, grabe ka lami sa feeling na wala namin na palarong pambansa kundi nag national champion pa mi. So for me burag mao ning pinaka sweet jud kayo na championship na nakuha na ko playing or coaching, mao jud yung pinaka lami.
Okay, coach. So that's clear. And next is let's talk about the team. Can you share to our viewers how you were able to assemble a championship lineup?
So actually, kuan po siya, bali kaning championship lineup na mo gikamang po na mo ni kay syempre natay homegrowns. So sila Laroya, sila Redulia. Mo na to mga homegrown sa Ateneo na dira dun sila ever since. Napunta yung mga scholars. So shout out kay Cap Mark Cayetano and Ma'am Jo Cayetano na nag-provide financially sa team. At the same time, napunta isa ka scholar from Ateneo Reunion Cup. So pride na sa Ateneo Reunion Cup na na-produce nila, napag-graduate nila o senior high si The Bulldozer Bola. So
si Bok.
Kato siya, burag lisod jud kayo siya kay syempre ang mga scholars na to medyo challenging kay from different places. So nag-adjust sila sa city life sa Davao na Ateneo pa na lisod, medyo challenging jud ang study sa Ateneo.
Yes.
Dili ka kadula, amot na na mention ni Macmac na.
Yes, na wala siya kadula.
Same po kay Bok last year, wala po siya kadula. So very challenging siya off the court. Kay on the court kabalo man ko na makita-an ako tanan, makita-an ako ang paningkamot sa mga players, makita-an ako na kani kung magsunod-sunod ni burag mo champion jud mi ani kung kay grabe man nila pakita sa court. Ang off the court ang medyo challenging kay di naman ko na kontrolado.
Yes,
so ang shout out dai sa ilang kay Miss K mo to ilang tutor. So grabe lang tutor pod at the same time kato na pod burag ang akong gina-make sure jud silahan na always present sila sa klase. Kay magkinaunsa man kung present mo ko sa klase burag maluwi mo teacher ba kung bagsakunon ka kay present ito pero hindi burag
shout out Sir Jewel di mamagsak. So yes, that's clear. Actually, that's a common problem, no? Pagka na ay basketball program ang school. But to me, what really stands out is ang mga private schools mang yun, especially Ateneo, mga focus academically ang school, wala gyud kay naingon na emphasis sa sports program. So tinuod yun na dako pud yun na help na naay mga atong mga other benefactors. So kani siya Coach Jess, kaning about sa kanang player, kanang ato lang makuan kay syempre kaingon gyud mga tao na may gyud ka mo strategize starting sa pagpiling players. Sa pagpiling players na karon, when recruiting or during tryouts, what do you specifically look for in a player? Unsay mga criteria para makasulod sa coach sa team ni Coach Jess?
Actually, akong ginatanaw dyan sa player is syempre given naman ng how game mo shot, para sa ko ang pinaka-important na factor sa player para ma-scout siya sa coach is yung body language. So, ang body language mo na nag-communicate sa ubang coaches o sa ubang mga tao na wala nimo ginastorya. So, for example, pangit niyo mong body language, di ka shot, mag-ana ka, or di ka shot, magsipa-sipa ka, turn off na ko ana. Ang akong pinakagiratan dyan sa body language, at the same time, kanang good communicator kaayo ba, how kayo mo storya. Mao dyan na ako kay offensively, defensively, mao nang pinaka para sa ko factor sa isa ka player ang how mo storya. Kay dapat loud siya sa court, magasinabot mo sa court. Mao na siguro sa ko ang ginatan-o dyan ako. Good communicator and ang body language kay maayo.
And I can affirm to this actually. Watching you win championships before with your friends. Sa tong sakuan pa sa una ba sa atong mga liga. Ana gyud masuko jud ka og gulay storya mo. Gyud. So coach, isingit na ko ang kuan ni Mr. Crosscourt. You've been there before, di ba, with Scotty 2010, tama ba? So can you tell us your story during the time you were playing, and how did that experience kanang somehow help you understand and really build a strategy to win? Because you fell short sa quarterfinals. I think even if dugay na to siya, and because you played, and of course because you understand the game, and now you're a coach, kanang unsa bay imo nakuha ato na learning experience from playing and not failing but coming up short sa championship to this time na nadaog na gyud, unsay na carry over?
Siguro playing alongside with Scotty Thompson. Si Scotty manggod kung height lang dagan mo siya ka-height sa PBA, di ba? So shooting lang, mas dagan pa mas shooter siya. Athletic lang, mas dagan mas athletic siya. Siguro ang pinaka-extraordinary na experience na nakita na ko siya first hand is sobra niya ka-extraordinary sa hard work. Sobra ka hard worker bata. Siguro mao po na akong na-realize karon na nagpalarong pa man sa amin na to look back, ang akong players 14 kabok, Scotty Thompson maning kamo. Ana akong mga players kay grabe ang akong mga players sobra mo hard work, as in mo extra practice na mo 3 to 4 hours per day, pero ambot na mention to ni Cap Mark sa isa sa mga interviews na akong mga players wala ko kabalo mo abot og 11 PM mag-shooting na nihawa na ko, naga-shooting yapon sila. So for me pa lang gold na to ba na
yes,
wala ko kabalo ga extra sila og ato kadugay for me gold na to para sa kuha kay akong ginabalik-balik sila na sila history makers, sila overachievers kayo kay dahil silang hard work jud.
That's true kay kana siya sa sports yun, particularly basketball in all levels. Padungog na to sa mga pros. Kinsa may pinaka hard worker usually mo ginay mo daog. Okay, so moving on. Yes, the practices, the preparation were there. Pero how about this? How are you able to build a strong bond that becomes the foundation of your team chemistry? So how were you able to make them trust each other? How did you get your guys to buy into your coaching philosophy?
Actually, ang kabalo ang players nako na wala jud mi superstar sa team. So they are a bunch of role players lang na superstars lang role. Mao nang ginabalik-balik sila. So sa practice na mo digto 14 players may digto siguro na makuha among bond is grabe nila ka competitive. As in taga-practice na mo mahadlok na lang ko kay na masamad, na ma-injured. Kay dili magpapildi ang mga players. So siguro burag ka nang dira na mo nakuha mong band ba na dali na lang sila pag-abot sa game na ang akong kuan gani all out kay ko sa akong player ay sa akong teammate paunsa na lang kayo sa among kalaban na panagsara ako makitan. Ana siguro. Practice jud namo makuha tanan. Kay grabe ang competition sa practice as in kanang katong mga nakita na mo na dula against Pampanga, nakita na mo na dula sa ginadula sa West Negros versus Calabarzon or West Negros versus NCR. Para sa kuan na mga mas gwapo pa na competition or nadula ato na naitabo sa mong practice.
That's very enlightening and yeah, mo agree bitaw gyud ko na kuan katong makastorya na ko sila and yes, they're very humble but you can really see katong sa uban conversations sa mo, you really understand. Di mo sila mangunam, balos lang. That's being built like a warrior. And yeah, credits to Coach Jess. Kaya ang guys, palaban yung gayo. So next, kani Coach, pakutaan na po na ko ni sa ila. What are your favorite moments besides sa pag-champion? Kanang siguro mas okay siguro ang answer ani kanang before sa championship. What are your favorite moments with this game? Any part and also kaning what were yung katong times na kanang worried gyud kayo ka?
Siguro ang pinaka-favorite moment na ako sa palaro experience na mo is katong mga naging flag bearer sila sa parade
kita
for Region 11. Kato yun ang pinaka, for me, ang highlight sa kung kuan kay nag-participate mo sila. Participate sila outside of their sport. So, because of that, nakuha nilang trust sa mga officials sa DepEd. At the same time, sa mga kauban nila dito ba. So, grabe na guwapo na moment sa kuha kay before magud ato ang practice ato na parade is 5:30 AM. So dapat na sila dito before 5 AM. So 2 days, 3 days ato ilang gibuhat. Outside of that naga-practice pa mig hard. So very happy ko ato na gikuha to nila na roles as flag bearers.
Siguro kuan gyud sila kanang all in gyud pati sa kanang all in gyud gayo. Then katukod siya tong pinaka-murag kulba or pinaka-difficult na moments.
Ang pinaka-difficult moment siguro sa kuan na ma-remember na ako sa palarong pambansa kay ang kuan unsa ba ang siguro ang mga morning games na mo.
Okay.
Kay mao man gud nang kuan brag dati Dax to kuan Dax di ka adavra brag dira mi ga-adjust kay naon gumi mga players nagapuyat ana ba. So luckily and kato brag siguro ang mga players po namo nag-step up jud kay mga morning games namo na games kay gwapo man kay lang ginapakita. So na well rested po siguro sila at the same time mura nagbunga po siguro tong pag-confiscate namo sa ilang mga cellphone.
So mo to siyang answer Coach no. Kani Coach ang ato ang regional team, ang Davao Eagles team is not really just Ateneo. You pick up some guys, di ba, to boost your roster. So, ang pangutana dire is, how were you able to integrate these players to your team, to your system? Was there anything you particularly did or gisulti to make their adjustments easy because they look very comfortable on the court and with their teammates, new teammates?
Actually, kudos po sa akong mga players ba kay tong mga new mga ipangkuha na mo for palarong pambansa si Mundas, si Bio ug si Sanoria. Close na kay nila burag kanang dali na kay naka-adjust ang tulo sa mua. So siguro kudos jud sa mga players kay grabe ka mga butan bataa. Wala joy kay makit-an na pride, wala joy mga ego sa outside the court kay grabe jud ka burag gi-welcome dayon nila ba. Siguro burag kung ako ang tulo ka pick-ups burag makauna-una ko na sortihan ako dire kay burag family din ko burag part na ko silang brotherhood which is kana super burag shout outs to our team captain si Basti Laroya burag siya siguro nag-start na trend na burag i-welcome as kinsay mo sulod.
So ikaw Coach wala mo kay anything nagikuan na to? Wala kay kanang take part ato? Pasagdan na nung sila.
Siguro burag kuan kanang ang mindset manggod na ako na mukuha kog mga players is for siguro never ko nagsalig sa ilahan na brag. Sige, add-on lang ta kay pwede man mo add. So at the same time, ginabalik na ako sa mga players na ako na di ta magsalig ani mga add-ons na to. And luckily, ang tulo jud is nakatabang jud sa mo agyapon
Yes.
sa pagkuha sa championship.
Bitaw, tinuod. Nabigyan ako na ang kuan gini gini sila yun sa ba. Sabot na para maani. Then kani coach manang championship ani nagsettle na ang dust, and now you have an even bigger kuan kanang fish to kuan. Sorry term na ba bigger fish to fry. The international games kaning did this surprise you?
Actually, before the game, before nag-start ang game, gistorya mi ni regional director sa SBP sa sa Region 1 na ang tawag mi mga coaches, gistorya mi na ang modaog ani will represent the Asian School Games.
Wow.
Which is bago tanan sa tuwa kay every year manggod ang naga-champion mo sa palaro is sa NCR man jud. So bago sa tuwa ba, pero dito sila kabalon sila na every time kinsay mo champion sa palarong pambansa, mao jud to sila na team ang represent sa Asian School Games. So na jud karon 14th Asian School Games naman. So kato very excited ko kay gusto na ako makita unsaon mo react ang mga players nato kay syempre representing Davao Region 11 murag sa practice halos magpakamatay naman gani sila to represent the region. So, what more kung Team Philippines na ilang ginadala na jersey?
Actually, excited daw sila. Ana sila last time. And this brings me to the question, unsa naman atong strategy ani coach? And will you pick up players from other teams? If that is... Pwede na din yung answer si coach actually.
Actually ako, kung as a coach, syempre gusto na ko i-reward akong team. As much as possible, solid lang mag-solid lang may, pero kung ang national mismo maingon na mo pick up ko players, syempre magpakusog po jud ko kay syempre dili naman good Region 11 among dala Philippines naman good. So kato siguro na brag kung required jud ko na mo pick up at least 2 to 3 mo pick up jud ko.
Can you tell us asa taan na karon or wala pa ba na siya na plancha?
Actually wala pa man joy. Actually after atong naingnan may regarding sa region ay na ang mo champion kay mag-represent sa ASEAN Games, wala na may contact ato ni RD.
So unsa may mo reaction mo? What are your reactions sa rumors na syempre we don't know if these pages are just if they are credible enough or sorry to say but as the netizens would say, kuan kaning cloud chasing. Na may rumors na yes, first rumor was Moral, then second rumor si Rose. So what's your reaction na may naani ng gawas?
Actually makatawagan ko kay wala pa man jud.
Okay. Okay, so
decision jud wala pa jud yung mahuna-hunaan na mo fit sa among team. So, ako lang, na ako yung mga ginatanaw ng mga players na tanaw na ko, ga-fit siya sa team na mo, pero wala dito sa kay Rose o kay Moral.
Oh, that's interesting. So guys, you heard it first from Coach Jess mismo. So the rumors aren't true and he's not even considering these high profile players na gi-assume na mo appeal sa team.
Pero syempre, ang duwa, maayo itong duwa. Kaso katulang ako, tanaw na ko na mga star player to silang team. So ako alang, dili ko sure kung mag-fit sila sa mong culture, manggod na mga role players. Because
you mentioned superstar role players. So,
kapangita ko role player na superstar sa mong team, which is katupod kay perfect example is si JM Sonoria. Katong gikuha na mo sa Davraa. Kay na-shock jud ang tibok Davraa community na nakuha na ko si JM, siya akong gi-pick up kay after sa pag-champion na mo sa Davraa, dagan na sila gila pangingon mga players, pero ang gikuha nako is ang player na wala man lang nakaabot sa semis, wala man lang nag top 5, top 6 ilang team. Pero nakita nako na brag siya as a role player mo fit siya sa mong team.
So I would like to say this because I'm really like as someone who observes, diba? There's haters, a lot of them. So I would like to say this to all of you. And basig moabot ang time na i-bash ninyo si Coach Jess for not picking up these players. You watch this part. When he explained na the way he picks players is players who will fit to their system. And again, I will emphasize it. Superstar role players. That's what Coach Jess is looking for. And you can see it in the games naman. Obviously, even the best players, even MVP, he's not asking for the ball. There's no, the way I see it is ang yung offense is really free flowing. It's not something na mag-ISO, no.
Tama.
Si Maki, there are times that he will go for the ISO. That's because ang sequence is wala nang good time.
Tama. Broken play na.
Broken play. And so again to guys to especially na namang gitay we can't please everyone na gitay kanang questionon ang decision ni Coach Jess to pick up these guys na mas kuan. This is not hating against these more popular players, but again ang ilahang system, ang team is made up of guys who are really good at their roles. No, not kanang excellent one-on-one players. So hapit na gyud duha na lang and ay isa na lang di ay. Ano na lang coach, expectations ahead of the Brunei games. Expectations from your team, from possibly maybe yourself and the competition, the teams na inyo ang makaatbang.
Siguro kuan, syempre lahi na po din na competition kay karon country na itong gina-represent and also ang among mga competing teams that is country po nilang gina-represent. So pinatihan na yun ni hatag dyan nato tanan. So kana siguro sa among practice mag-expect ko na times 5 ang effort nila sa practice namo and kana po ang ilang extra mas mag-continue na kay ang gina-represent namo is country na dili na ang Region 11 mismo. So hopefully ma-represent na magtarong ang Pilipinas.
Okay, coach. Alas yun, coach. Ako lang, piggyback lang ako dito. Nana ba kayo idea unsa inyong mga kalaban, unsa style ng mga kalaban ninyo?
Actually, ang barang na-mention sa ko, Vietnam, Singapore, Thailand, may mga countries.
Pero wala pa may scouting.
Wala pa yung scouting.
But will you scout?
For sure, gusto na ko. Ready may prevente ahead of time, naka-ready jud mi na kay mao po na mo gibuhat sa palarong pambansain na dapat talan teams na kalaban namo well scouted jud namo, kabalo tanan players namo kinsay shooters, kabalo tanan players namo kinsay depensa nagtarong.
Okay, and I think that's for the questions. So right now we are done with the questions. We are done talking to Coach Jess, and right now we will let you see his highlights. So for those who do not know, Coach Jess is one of the best guards in Davao. During his playing time sa Ateneo, elementary to college, up until now, and even he's still playing despite his coaching responsibilities. So let's take a look at the highlights. Okay, so guys, these highlights that we're gonna show you actually reach 300,000 views on Facebook. So that's really saying something about Coach Jess, and you will see his signature move here. Coach Jess, as one of the guys who have followed your career, actually, so those first three shots, two of them, the floater, the 3-point floater, and the drive. Of course, you were first known for your athletic drives. So can you tell our viewers, when did you start making that move one of your go-to, yung mga drive mo?
Very core memory sa kuan na nag-start ng teardrop 3 points na ako. Na unlock na tong nami sa Malita. Shout out to Mayor Dinko Bautista. Kay nakipagdula mi sa iyang mga mga bodyguards po ni Kong Claude Bautista. So, siya librag ako ato, di ko ganahan mag-drive kay mga kuan ni mga professional ni na mga bodyguard. So, gina-try na ako mag-teardrop sa may 3-point line kay madjudul manggod. So, and then burag luckily burag ka ng accurate kayo siya ba. So, starting ato burag i-continue dun ako na himuon to.
Actually, the first time nakakita na 2016 man siguro, you started from the free throw. Tapos kadugayan, nag-atras, extended the range. So, is it something na murag because it's a unique shot, first of all. So, is it something na kanang imog yun gi-add lang sa imuhang kuan kay you think it's unguardable or it's something kay murag di gid expect pud sa kalaban ba?
Actually, high school pa lang ko favorite move na akong teardrop. Pero sa may 2 points lang. So karon tanaw na ako tanan ang teardrop mo accurate kaayo ba kay sa shot man wala nag-help ang left hand.
Okay.
Right hand lang jud ba so mas taas ang chance na ma-shot. So kato hinahina na akong atras sa 3-point line. Antod karon na na-realize na ako after atong game with Mayor Dinko. Na-realize na ako na mas better, mas maka-shot ko pag teardrop na lang jud ko. At the same time, masisod siya bantayan kay kuan man kanang dili mag-expect ang kalaban.
Lagi na. Seryoso? Wala ka na mong gano? Seryoso? So, let's continue. Ads. Lagi. Mana na lang. After na lang. As I mentioned before, Coach Jess, you've won championships before as a player, and can you tell us about that game? Kay as far as I know, that was a championship game. So just an insight. How do you play championship games?
So kato shout out sa akong brother si Lance Ho. Siya manggod ang kuan. Siya manggod ang nagadalaan na sa among kuan sa among team BLCT. So every time modula mi para sa BLCT, para pag Ateneo, para ginahatag na mo tanan kay.
Yes.
Ang mindset manggod ni Lance Ho kay kuan jud padaog jud siya. So same time kana pod very thankful ko na record na. So shout out sa cross court my real brother Jewel Evangelio. Shout outs.
Evangelio bringing it up. Quick on the break and backs it in. Jessica Villanueva back to Evangelio. Anota asking for it. Evangelio decides to shoot and makes it. Intercepted by Evangelio. Attack. And going up strong. Jessup. That was an excellent defensive effort, but Rubio.
Kita ko na mo.
As Evangelio. Here's Evangelio, the floater for 3. The pass to Dilagig. And Evangelio again make that 4. Here's Evangelio. Going right. Another rainbow. Here's Evangelio, watched by Piquero. And that will count.
Okay na. So before I go to Coach Jess, to our viewers, so you saw the highlights. Actually, on that game, I was there. I was a commentator, and Coach Jess took over that game. He scored 18 points in the first quarter. So that tells you can, if na may doubts kay pareha si Jess sa mua ni Jewel, King of the Fourth, small guards, small pero solid guards. Coach Jess, he kanang dili lang siya manulaay He's really good. He's really against kanang kuan ba gyud in against really good competition. Ang kalaban nila ato is one of the champions here sa kanang intercompany ng mga liga, ang Tadeco. So going to Coach Jess, it seems like any opponent when you were playing and it seems also that you na carry over na sa imong coaching, you are always unfazed, you're ready to compete. So how are you able to develop that approach?
Siguro mao man nang mura nagka-post ako ang competition. Gani gyud ko competition jud, as in for me makita na ko mga younger players karon na kuya boy murag ka nang ga-enjoy gyapon sa competition, which is mao po na akong mindset na dili ko ganahan na moabot ang adlaw na murag okay na lang sa ko mapildi ko. Murag gusto na ako kung mapildi man ko as much as possible naglisod sila. So gusto ko mo compete jud every masking mao na for me ang murag nagkapabata sa kuha ba na ang competition jud na ma-love na ko na ga-compete gyapon ko everyday.
Okay, Coach Jess, that's another insightful answer. And you were getting a lot of praise the way you handled that after winning the championship. And ay Ilocos na ito. Ano no, dili ito. Sorry, abin ako Pampanga to. Okay. Usab ha, from the top. Coach Jess, you were getting a lot of praise on that reel because that's probably one of the toughest matchups you had, and that was the upset. You could consider it an upset, right? Because that was against Central Luzon. So in a game where it's not always coaches try to control their players afterwards. Sometimes coaches let their players taunt. So how were you able to stay focused? Na you were still able to think na I have to control my guys basig overreact sila, because quite honestly it could lead to issues, di ba? Basing magkabrol pa noon, di ba? Were you thinking ahead na inana kanang, or was it something na in the moment lang isip lang nimo, uy ako mga players?
Actually brag normal na naman to sa kuha kay kato lang na time na videohan ng jud, pero since Dax pa ano jud ang ginabuhat sa mga players na ako, as much as possible reminded sila na humble jud permente on and off the court. So luckily na videohan to na kuan, pero from the very start ato na jud ko na coach ilaha na dili ko ganahan na maginambog sila, di ko ganahan na murag daoton nila ang image na pila ka years nato gitrabaho. So
yes,
ato lang na videohan na jud to last time.
Again, salamat kayo sa time, and now it's your chance to say your message. Sina kay mga gusto pasalamatan or unsa ba, and of course shout outs.
So kato, gusto ko magpasalamat sa Tibok Davao Region, sa Davao Eagles na nagsuporta sa mong journey padulong palarong pabansa. So kato tanan, mga comments nyo makita na mo perminti, which motivates us jud na mas maningkamot ba. So also shout outs to my parents, my family, my wife, my kid, si Javi na nagmingaw sa ko apilaw ka days tawala, and akong wife. Kato lang bali, expect mo na the next school year and the next league mas hungrier pa me and mas motivated pa me to win back to back.
Okay. That's once again Davao Eagles coach Jess Evangelio on our podcast for this very special episode. Once again, coach, thank you kaayo. Congrats and good luck sa Brunei, and of course all the way sa mga next na mga liga. One thing's for sure, Coach Jess Evangelio's name will be in the Philippine lore sa basketball. Of course, sa Davao, you're already known. mas nasamot pa karon, but I think that will really etch his name sa national competition, bringing Davao's first gold medal. Again, Coach, thank you. Thank you. And
And it is done. So, great interview, Bay. So, how was the feeling talking to...
great ba? Okay lang? Nice?
Hey, Bay. Gapo kayong conversation kay napastudio dyan mo si Coach Jess. So, sa mong point of view, what was the feeling to be first in line to have a sit-down interview, one-on-one interview with Coach Jess?
Actually, no. Honestly, even though I've known Jess for years, since 2016, perhaps no longer pa yun, because back when I was still organizing leagues, he's one of the best players man gyud sa liga, and he's led his team to championships. But still, I still felt nervous because I really felt na naanay aura sa Jess na lahi. Because maybe ako lang, pero no. Rightfully so, because he's now a champion in like one of the best championship runs you've ever seen in the Philippine basketball scene. Right? So, ako nakulbaan ko gamay, and I was trying to make him comfortable syempre sa kuan kay. I know he's very busy now, and I tried to compile questions that would really be kanang relevant and nang insightful gani, not just for him and also for the viewers, because we want to know him, right? And I was mostly right na kanang I really knew na mo ni siya iyang tubag. There were questions na I know na mo knew iyang tubag, and there were questions that I was really glad that we did this, because we got the answers, because siya ra gyud makatubag, because siya ang naa didto. And it's really nice to pick up his brain na biskan ako viewer na lang ko karon, I learned so much about his coaching philosophy, the way he approaches the game, the way he handles his guys. So this is really a good episode.
All right, and also it was also interesting because I felt the aura kay kuya ko rin, kay kuya ko siya and all. I felt the aura because I think alam yung feeling na kung maka, let's say sa isang, for example, sa UFC or sa WWE, kung panalo ka ng champion, kay parang the title will put you into the next level.
Yes.
So in that way, nakita ko na medyo iba ng aura ni kuya. Also,
it's like seeing a pro player, di ba?
yes.
Oh, inana mo, no?
Ano,
Ano feels?
actually, may napoy po kalimutan ko. So to. Also, it was also nice to silence some rumors.
Oh yeah, that's what. That's actually very fun. We got it from him. Gikan yun sa iya. He said he debunked the rumors, and actually, it was very. How do you say? It was very. It was an eye opener. No, not mali. That revelation that kuan man gani di ay kanang ang iyang pilion are not what we expected says a lot about kanang his integrity and his kanang consistency in terms of how his team should be managed, should be what direction they're going. He's just sticking to what works for him. Because as he said, again, I will repeat it, ang team has no superstars, has no ISO guy. Everyone, I will quote him, all his players are superstar role players. So, again, din na ako sabon, I emphasize na he should never get any hate for his decisions kung ginsa man niyang pilion or kung wala man siya pilion. Because that's only because he believes in his he's just sticking to his coaching philosophy, to his recipe. So you can't blame the guy because diba? It worked for him, it worked for the team. So nothing you can say na para kuan.
Yes, also in a higher stage like the NBA, not all super teams go to the championship. Not all super teams are successful. Even Team USA.
Yes.
There was a Kawhi Leonard was sidelined for, I think it was for an injury. So
who did it pick?
Derek White.
Derek White. See,
yes.
That's what we're trying to say. And I will add to that. Serbia. They gave US a run for their money. And who are the superstars on that team, right? Even sa EuroLeague, a lot of those players are not superstars sa EuroLeague. So, yeah. If you wanna argue with that, muna siya ang explanation.
All right. And speaking of the NBA, right now, as we close our podcast, we will have a short segment of our championship preview.
Yes.
Because NBA Finals na
It's
bukas.
tomorrow.
Sorry for everyone na hindi masyado na feel because your teams got eliminated. Sali na ako doon. And also,
My team is still there. One of my teams, OKC. Hey, previous episodes, I predicted it. I predicted it right. OKC is gonna go all the way.
yeah. And also, I think that this time, whoever would win, I'll be fine with it. I was initially rooting for a veteran team, Warriors, and when Warriors got eliminated, Minnesota or the other one, New York Knicks, because there were other vets that I want to root for there, like Cat, another ring for PJ Tucker. The rings in Minnesota, Mike Conley. So right now, the only veteran left is James Johnson from Indiana Pacers. And
Yes, like one of the really like
OG.
guys that you would really consider like yung mga ripe na veteran.
Yeah.
Been there for a long time because Alex Caruso, he's not in the league for that long yet.
Yeah.
He's a veteran, of course, you would consider, but not like James Johnson, who's been in the league
16
for
years.
Oh, yeah, that's a lot of pag more than 10 years na siguro.
Yeah.
That's what we consider real veterans.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Because it's like a accomplishment to be part of the league for so long because some of the players have short primes, maybe like a Ben Simmons.
the average I had the data for that. If I remember it right, the average career for an NBA player is 2 years.
Really?
Yes. That's how short it is. That's how difficult it is to stay in the NBA. That's like the collective data. So, because rookies come in every year, right?
Yeah.
So, James Johnson, though I'm rooting for OKC, if Indiana wins this one, it's very what's this? Rewarding and
Wholesome.
the other word is this is like
Full circle moment.
a full circle moment. Man, sorry. Anyway, this is an accomplishment for him.
All right. Sige, as we end this, let's give our predictions. I think ganun lang kabilis siguro when we will be available again to have a podcast. Maybe we could talk about the games. But right now, prediction time. Clyde, I know you're rooting for OKC, but in how many games?
5 or 6.
Finals MVP.
Of course, Shea. If OKC wins.
What do you think would be the...
Wait, if Indiana wins, there will be another, oh shoot, Hali didn't win. It might be Pascal Siakam again. Because...
Finals MVP.
Yeah, because Pascal Siakam has been there. He was the third option on that Toronto 2019 Toronto champion team. So I wouldn't be surprised if the Pacers win it and Siakam receives the award.
All right. Also, I'm rooting for either team, but I think Indiana's gonna win. Like,
Oh, really? Spicy.
There's a hunch there. There's
The
a
hunch.
that-
Let's talk about your hunch.
because I've been doubting Indiana since the first round. So I think they have a chance to shock the world
Yeah.
and
It'd be a shocker.
get a ring. But right now, I think that the odds are in favor of OKC if they get the first and second game. I think they're gonna go home and win the championship. But if Indiana gets one, if Indiana goes on a roll and get that comeback signature win, I think Indiana might stun the OKC before OKC would finish the job.
Yeah, you have a case, actually. That's a really good point. But to me, not as a bandwagon fan of OKC. I'm not really a fan, but I like their chances because they've been through a harder path. And to me, that's always an indication. That's always like that's a strong indication that's a strong indication to tell who's gonna win. because Indiana, they did overthrow. Oh no, they did not overthrow the. It was New York. Indiana went through the Bucks easily. The Cavs, who is known for choking, and New York, who is tired. You see the firing. I predicted it right.
Yeah.
So on the other end, the Thunder. Who was their first matchup? First round.
Memphis.
Memphis, who is disorganized,
Play-in team.
not so difficult. The next one is Thunder. Oh no, the Nuggets. Sorry,
The Nuggets.
The Nuggets. That was the real challenge.
But
That
they're-
was really tough. You could argue that was the real championship
Yeah.
if ever OKC handles Indiana easily, like my prediction 5 or 6. You can make the case that the true championship was the Thunder Nuggets game. Series. And the Timberwolves was just really very disappointing. It's just very disappointing to me. Like, the Wolves did not come out the way they are expected to compete in that series, and it's just the road for the Thunder is much difficult, because even if the Wolves were disappointing, you cannot argue that the Wolves are really a complete team, like a more complete team compared to I guess Indiana, where offense nobody beats Indiana, but the defensive end of it, they were able to defeat that. Like the OKC Thunder were able to solve the Wolves' defense. Really good at defense, right? Even if they struggled at offense in that series, they're much better defensively. So I think also another indication is almost all championships are dedicated are decided by defense. To me, that I think, if I'm right, yeah, most championships are what's this? Are what did I say? Are that determined by defense. So if Indiana wins this one, this is the first time that a championship was dominated by an offensive team. Yeah, to me, really, based on the pattern of the previous championships, it's always defense that dictates who's gonna win it all. And I might add, I was watching Gil's Arena earlier, Gilbert Arenas podcast, and this is about the Knicks. Bear with me, and this is not taking shots at your favorite player, but all of them, the guys in there, Nick Young and Kmart, of course, they know what they're talking about. They all agreed that Jalen Brunson is doing too much, because and that will relate to my other point that OKC is a much difficult cover, because Shea doesn't do that. He's not doing too much for his team, and Shea is much longer, more athletic. So who was guarding Brunson in their previous series? Nembhard. Andrew Nembhard has he has no chance against Shea. So that alone, I think, the matchups, again, offensively, the Pacers, that's their edge, but the Thunder can stop them. So that's my take.
All right. Basically, the whole basis of my take is because I kept on doubting on Pacers. So I'm rooting for the Pacers.
This is the gut feel.
We'll be talking about our NBA Finals predictions. All right. So as we end this podcast, final prediction, me, Pacers in 7.
I would say OKC in 5 or 6.
All right. As we end this podcast, thank you so much for everyone who is listening to King of the Fort. Medyo special weekend to siya kasi first time 2 episodes in 1 week.
We had to.
We had to because
Can't miss the opportunity.
the Palarong Pambansa heroes just got home.
Yes.
And, they wanted to chat. They wanted to tell
Share their story.
stories.
Yeah, tell their story.
And right now, we're just here to, as friends of the players, as friends of the coaches, we're just here to give credible stories. Yeah.
Yes, only the credible stories from this podcast.
Yes.
And you heard it first here.
Yeah. Again, we are King of the Fort. This is powered by the Cross Court. You can catch us at YouTube and Spotify. YouTube for video podcast, Spotify for audio listeners. You can also watch our reels at TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube Shorts, all of that. Again, my name is Jewel Bangilo. Thank you for everyone who's listening and tuning in. 8 episode. Grabe ba? 8 episodes na tayo sa ating King of the Fort podcast. I hope na mapatuloy natin to kahit siguro I can foresee na mabusy na tayo both. I mean ako. Pero let's try to siguro makasingit at least. Especially ngayong finals.
Yes.
Also, it is a passion project for us to just talk about basketball and have a conversation with real-life heroes, real-life basketball players, and, just chill. I mean, this is just an avenue for us to relax and talk about ball.
Yeah. As previously, we're also talking about who could be our next guests. We're not very ambitious. Jeremy Lin, just those guys, and who else? Yeah.
Jordan Clarkson.
Yeah. People who would very much like to be invited to this podcast.
Yeah. Looking forward to everyone who wants to be part of this podcast, want to be part of our growing community. Again, my name is Jewel Banghelio. His name is Arvin Clyde, Mr. AC, and we are the King of the Fort.
King of the Fourth.
Let's go.
Nice.